Hey everybody, this is just going to be kind of a strange video. I'm just rolling up a character, an NPC, for my game tomorrow. So I just thought I'd make a video of it, because it's kind of fun. So, my campaign world, I'm developing it for Orc Skull, so I can't go into too many details about it. But I'm really happy with it. I kind of had an idea for this, and some time ago, look, I can bang the table now. I changed my mic. That's pretty happy days. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm just testing out some of the rules and stuff, and of course I'm playing with basic fantasy, but I've pretty much decided Orc Skull. Instead of reinventing the rules, I'm just going to use the BX OSE Old School Essentials rules, and I'm going to modify them to reflect the way that I play, because I play a little bit differently, and I have different house rules and so forth for the campaign world and whatnot. So that's what I was going to plan. That's sort of what I'm planning to do. And one of the first things I'm going to be releasing in the first issue of Orc Skull, which is going to be all about the campaign world, which I have a name for already. I just don't want to give out too many details yet, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. So, and I've gotten sidetracked right now. So I'm over halfway on the monsters, but I got a little bit sidetracked with something. I hope to get back to the monsters here in a few days. So, but right now I just have to, I'm just prepping for tomorrow's game. So I got this character sheet off of what do you call it? Off of the Basic Fantasy website, and I really like this character sheet, so I was just going to use it for the NPC, because I think it's pretty neat. So yeah, so an NPC, in case anybody, if you don't know about D&D, I assume if you're watching this you do, but an NPC is a non-player character, right? So this I have to use pencil, because this is going to be a character sheet. So, or this is going to be an NPC. Hopefully, I'm thinking she's going to join the party. I kind of need her to for some plot stuff, but if she doesn't, it can still work out. So one of the fun things about this is that this is a reoccurring character all the way back from when I used to play first edition D&D. So her name is Slyn. And she was very popular. I'm not sure why, but she was quite popular. Now she's way too high level, because this everybody's still just first level. Well, there's a couple second level people, but the others are first level. There's a few more people joining in, and she's 9th level here. Also, she's a wood elf in the very first. I think in Rollmaster I reintroduced her. They had to. There was a year-long adventure featuring her, and she had to be sort of escorted through some very hostile territory, and we played that campaign for a year. And then it ultimately ended with them defeating a god, not actually fighting the god, but in that campaign world, when somebody ascended to godhood, their most prized items, if they were lined up beside each other, would become the true name and could call the god down. And so this god, not a good god, he was a very bad god. In fact, he was a god from one of my very first BX game that I played with. When I started playing, I just elevated my character from there into a god and based the whole campaign world on him having ascended to godhood. I like that. I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, that's what happened there. And so by assembling the most prized items, you can summon back a god or a archdemon or arch, I don't know how you enunciate it. Anyway, you could summon them back. And so he was getting his followers, some very, very powerful guys, to try and get the names back And honestly, I don't really remember how, but somehow Slyn was instrumental in getting back one of these items, and the players, by destroying it, could keep it so that this god couldn't actually return. They succeeded in that, and it was a very fun adventure. That was the one where one of the players punched a golem giant in the head. So yeah, so this character has a lot of history behind her, and she made it through first edition without being killed. She made it through Rollmaster without being killed. Now we're gonna see. I don't have a good feeling about this one, but I'm gonna put her in there. So like I say, she was a wood elf. I'm just gonna ignore everything here. So it's sort of like Slyn in name only. Right, and if anybody that watches this that used to play with me, they'll recognize the name. So, yeah, so I'm not obviously going to make her 9th level because everybody said she's just going to be 1st level here. So the odds of her dying are actually they're kind of there. So now in Basic Fantasy, they don't have half-elves, but I want her to be a half-elf. It's good for a plot point. So she's going to be a half-elf. And I don't know if she should be a fighter or a thief. That really doesn't matter. So I think I'm just gonna. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll up her ability scores first. Let's see what happens there. So it's BX. So even for NPCs, I'm still gonna go straight down the line. So I may cheat. If I do, don't tell anybody. I don't think anybody in my game watches my videos, so I don't think they really know about them. So they're kind of like a secret. Whoa! All right, for BX, that's actually pretty good, right? So strength of 12, so that's all right. We're off to a good start there. 11. Oh, she's pretty good actually. Her wisdom, again 11. All right. She's not doing too badly, actually. 9 dexterity. All right, that kind of rules out the thief idea. 12, 13 con. Okay, so I think that is the only one where she gets a bonus, right? Oh, charisma. This is going to... Yeah, you saw it! All right, they might try and keep her alive. That's good, because, 18 charisma. Unbelievable. Okay, well, that's amazing. You saw the roll. I didn't fake that one. I guess they'll find out about the oh, that's the. I was thinking, why is my book signed? I got this off of Amazon. It's it's print as you go ones. Why did somebody sign it? Whole bunch of signatures. I actually went and got the 4th edition for this, just because I should actually have them memorized, but I really don't. Okay, 18. Well, yeah, I knew that's +3, but the 13 is, yes, indeed, a +1. She has. I'll just show you here. She gets a +3 for that, and then she gets a +1 for her dexterity. No, for her constitution. All right, she gets a +1 for her constitution. And then she doesn't have any penalties. So that's pretty good. And that's a reaction adjustment, the 18. So that's interesting. Okay, well, I think she's going to be a fighter. So you may be wondering, she's a half-elf. Isn't this BX sort of race as class? The old BX style. It is, but I don't, in the game, one of the things I'm doing differently, well, I'm not going to actually say, but I'm not actually following that. I've got my own sort of way of she's got 0 hit points. Or 0 experience points. So let's look up the fighter here. Might as well do this in proper way. And humans, she's half human. You know what? Should she get some kind of a thing for being a She should. She needs special abilities. So just 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up in 2nd edition here, and I'm going to see what it says about half-elf. Half-elves characters have a 30% resistance to sleep and charm. Half-elf and infravision enables them to see. Okay, okay. So she will have infravision. Now, I don't know if they use infravision in basic fantasy. I don't really care. The thing is, I've been playing this game so long, I don't really care. I mean, I just, I just need a baseline so that where it's just good enough. So this is actually my original 2nd edition book. I played 2nd edition a lot, so that's why there's a lot of underlining. Really wish I hadn't done that. But yeah, it was easy. It was easier because one of the interesting things with this book that I didn't like particularly, I loved the game. I thought the game was, for a long time, I liked it better than BX. Then I started liking BX more, but again, went back to it. But I liked it a lot more than 1st edition because I'm a big BX fan, right? So this compares a lot more to BX, but it has a lot more sort of options, and I really like that. So, oh, wait a minute. I've got to check what an elf has here. Just a minute, because an elf has different abilities too. So one of the reasons that I came to sort of dislike this is that this is all the reason I've got the red underline is because I was just interested where in the hell the damn rules were. A lot of this was blah, 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 blah. Like, who the hell cares? Just give me the damn rules. And there were, and there weren't, it wasn't like in, and I had really gotten used to 1st edition D&D where it's just solid wall of rules. You miss one little part, you miss a whole bunch of the rules. Whereas this is just like full of what I came to think of as just like filler, And so when I went through and read it, that was something I did. All of the very important rules that I thought I better try and remember. At any rate, I underlined. And yeah, so that was one of the things I didn't appreciate about 2nd edition. But one of the things I did like about it is that it was a lot easier than the 1st edition. A lot more options. Okay, let's see here. What does this guy have? Dark vision. All right, they call it dark vision. So let's go with that. Oh, let's use the eraser from hell. All right, so she has dark vision. All right, I can't believe I rolled an 18. That was absolutely hilarious. Okay, dark vision. So in here, a half-elf has dark vision to 60 feet. In here, an elf has dark vision to 60 feet. So we'll just make it 60 feet. What the hell? All right. I can give her some. I don't want to give her all of the elf abilities, obviously. But let's see, what else does do it else? 1 to 2 rather than the usual 1 on 6. So that's for secret doors. A half elf here, passing within 10 feet of a sealed door, gives elf character a 1 in 6 chance. Okay. So she only has a 1 in 6. If the character is actively seeking to discover the hidden door, then it becomes 2 in 6. Alright. Okay, but this doesn't say walking past. So I don't know if elves just discover them by walking past. So I don't know. So I think I will just give her the 2 and 6 anyway. Find. What are we looking at here? Where was it? Oh, I'm looking at halflings now. One in 3 chance. Spotting a secret door. Oh, okay. Find secret door if looking for it. I have to make that as a note, otherwise I might accidentally. All right, so she's got those two abilities. I think we'll leave. Let's see, what else does the elf have? Because I don't want to rip off the elf. There is a player that's an elf, and so the elf has additionally, elves are immune to paralyzation attack of ghouls. They also are less likely to be surprised in combat, reduced chance by 1 in 6. So I don't think she has any of that. I think she's just SOL. I'm just going to leave her with the 2 because she can blame her human heritage for that. Let's see here. So no bonuses anywhere else, only for that. So the con bonus for a fighter, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure. First level characters we can play Constitution bonus or penalty with a minimum 1 hit point each. Penalty with the result being a 1 point. Add this amount to the character's maximum hit points figure. Note that a 9th level character receives a fixed. Now, that's interesting. In, I believe, BX, it only applies to fighters, right? But here, it doesn't seem to have that restriction. So I think she gets a bonus hit point. Okay. And how many hit points does a fighter get? I think it's a D6. Pretty sure, but I just want to make sure because this is what happens. I start rushing and going ahead and assuming I know things. Pretty sure that is, though. But we'll see. It might be a D8, actually. I think about it. Where the hell is the fighter? I'm not used to this book. I had the other book, the second edition book. So I got this one. This they changed actually quite a bit. I'm quite surprised. A lot has actually changed, especially with the elves, because the elves now can be fighter thieves, fighter whatevers, you know. Which I suppose Slyn would have had that option, but she doesn't want to. I don't think, because that would be a pain in the butt. Saving throws. Elves save +1 versus paralyzed or petrify and +1 versus magic wands and spells. So I'm going to say half elf. +1 versus para. And +1 versus wand. So not quite as good. Not quite as good as the elf, but not that bad either. Still better than still better than your standard human. All right. D6. Fighter, magic user. Oh, they get a D6. All right. Well, where the hell is the fighter? Oh, fighter gets a D8. All right. So let's see here. Have I got an 8-sided? Look at that. I don't even have an 8-sided die. All right. Just a minute. I'll grab an 8-sided die. Where is it here? I have this one. This is oh. All right. 8-sided. Come on. 8. Okay, you saw it. Except I don't really want her to be that powerful, but I'll downplay it. So she has 9 hit points. That's first level, I mean, because that's all she is. I won't give her 0 hit points. That doesn't make any sense. Start with 0 hit points. So let's say she has 1d6 times 50. How about that? So she's got 100 experience points. I guess that was a little too low, but she's had some experience anyway, I guess. All right, +1 hit point. Now I'm pretty sure the +3 for charisma is just for reactions. I don't think you get a bonus for anything else, but let's just double check here. This is the ability influence or lead people. Bonus penalties to reaction rolls, retainers. May hire and loyalty of those retainers is affected by charisma. Yeah, well, no kidding, right? So yeah, it's just +3 reaction roll, which I knew. Okay, her move, it's 120 feet. I know they don't do that in this, but you know, it's good enough. I'm not going to arm her for reasons, because she is a prisoner. They are rescuing her. Don't tell anybody. That's part of the plot here. So I want to know what she's like, her personality. So I am going to Ocean. Yeah. Now, this is the way I'm going to have to make my own character sheets. This is just, I like to do this. Some of you may know I did a video on it. You can download the sheet if you want for free. I think. I'm not sure where it is now, actually. I think it's on drive-through. All right, actually, I didn't do that. I should give myself more room here. So this is just a way for me to quickly know what her characters. Now, in the old days, they had this, you know, so I can see what she was like. Where was it here? Yeah, so they've got her facts, traits, her possessions, sanity, tenderness, she's curious, personality, modest, disposition, cheerful, intellect, nature is vengeful. Oh, wow. All right. Anyway, but that is actually less accurate than just using Ocean. And Ocean is the 5-factor model used from psychology. And I've just learned a lot about it, so I like actually using it, right? So 10 is A. And then I'm using the hex system, which I first discovered in Traveler. So instead of writing 10, I'll just put A. It's a lot easier, right? She is actually pretty high scoring. Oh, she's quite low in extroversion. All right, all right. Wow, she's low in agreeableness too. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so Ocean is openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and N is neuroticism. So, all right, so she's slightly neurotic. That's all right. And then I'm gonna do the other thing too, which I like to do, and that is how is she shifted? Is she R shifted or is she left, or not left shifted? Is she T shifted or K shifted? Sorry, not T shifted, K. So which is she? So I like to have that, and I am going to just 50-50 chance. So 1, 2, 3, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which is she? She's 2. So she's R shifted. Okay. So now just having it figured out like that, I know so much about her, right? And for like role-playing purposes, this is just fantastic. So, for example, I know that her life strategy is live fast, die young, probably end up pregnant at some point, probably a few times if she manages to live. K-shifted is sort of more of a long-term life strategist, doesn't like taking risks. She does like taking risks, even though her agreeable or her extroversion is a little bit below average, because 7 would be average, so she's a little less extroverted. But so she's not going to approach people and stuff like that. She's not going to necessarily take risks like that as much, but she will take like crazy risks. She's going to be the one she's going to be interested in charging into the dungeon. She's not going to be thinking, well, hey, there might be something bad there. Why don't we set this up? Maybe we could do some traps. Maybe she's going to be more, she's going to more just charge in, right? Her neuroticism, she's a little higher than average. That's normal for a female character. Oh yeah. She's female, so that's kind of normal for a female character. So, but there are low neuroticism women for sure. There are millions of them, right? It's just on average. But anyway, so this means that Slynn, she's a little above average in neuroticism, so she has dark feelings. So or negative feelings. That's neuroticism, is feeling negative feelings. If you don't feel much negative feelings, never really feel depressed, insults don't really bug you that much, that kind of thing, then you're you're probably low in neuroticism, but she's going to be bothered by it. So if they're in a bar or something and somebody hurls some kind of insult at her, she's going to react to it. She's going to react in a risky way. She's probably not going to confront the person or make a big scene about it. But she's low in agreeableness, so I would say low in agreeableness, sort of high in neuroticism. She's got some kind of scary traits about her, so she might do something kind of wild. And in there, it said that she's vengeful, and I think, you know, in this it said she's vengeful, and I think this, yeah, I think she could easily be vengeful and kind of sneaky vengeful, right? And she's open, and she's high in openness. I mean, 10, that's very high. It's not 11, 12, which would be like unusual. You notice the person. You notice it after you've known her for a while, that she's quite open to new experiences, right? So if you know, some handsome elf shows up with some funny, you know, magical weeds in a pouch and wants to test them out back of the bar, she probably will, right? And you know, as long as he approaches her and suggests that she's not going to really go up to him, right? Even though she is R-shifted, but the R-shifted is going to make her more likely to go, yeah, okay, let's try it out, right? Anyway, enough of that. You get the idea. She's, okay, the description, I'm not going to worry about that right now because I have to kind of think about it. All right, so essentially she is kind of at odds right now, but one thing that she does have, and she's managed to keep it, right, is she has this sort of part of the plot. Nobody's really taken it from her because it doesn't look like much, but she has, but it's important to the plot. Not right now. It's going to be important to the plot. Hopefully, if people survive, it's going to be important to the plot probably about 10 adventures from now. So that's sort of how far away I'm plotting this thing, and the overall, I'll show you here. I've got it because I absolutely love this game, and so part of what I did was I just went. It's Dungeon World, so what I've done is I've just used Dungeon World because Dungeon World has this amazing system, which doesn't. You know, when I first read it, I was like, you know. Like, nah, I don't really think that's much. I mean, why can't you just do that, right? Like, isn't that... Wait, I'm not going to be able to find it. Good man. See, this is what happens. I start talking. I know the camera's on, so I get nervous. There we are. Fronts. Where are they? Using monsters. I saw it. I saw the word. I saw it. No, that's all monsters. Fronts. There we go. So it has... Is it going to... Nope. I want to find it. I really want to show this to you. I might have to cut the... Oh, no. Okay. I don't have to cut anything out. Good. So this is, in my opinion, one of the best parts of Dungeon World. Maybe that's blasphemy, or I don't know. But just the idea... here of you've got your campaign fronts, and you just sort of plot them out. So you've got your overall campaign front. That's your big bad guy, and you figure out who that bad guy is, how they're threatening the world, and this is the overall arc of the campaign world, right? So that's why I say in about 10 adventures, this is going to become important. This item of hers, although not so important that I have to like cheat and try and keep her alive. If she dies, she dies, right? I'm not one of those DMs. I'll figure out some way to incorporate something else. But so what you do for your world is you figure out the bad, you know, the big bad, what the big bad, how they operate, what they do. And so I'll show you here are some examples of fronts. So the danger, so you figure out what the danger is going to be. So here's the College of Arcanus, and it's a cabal. their impulse, that is what they're trying to do, to absorb those in power to grow. And then the grim portents, these are the things that are letting the players know something's going on. So in my case, my big bad is really bad. I'm not going to, like, they're probably never going to actually confront the big bad because I can't see the game. I can only play on long weekends. That's the only time I have, all of us have a chance to get together and play. So I can't see it going long enough to confront the big bad. It would be good, but I don't see it as possible. But anyway, these are the things that are going to happen in the world that sort of let the players know. This is my understanding anyway. I mean, I might have it all cocked up. I have no idea. But this is the things that are going to let the players know something's going on. And then you have smaller fronts, which are sort of more or less your adventures. But I have an overarching front, and then I have a smaller front that's also arcing, that's related to the big front. Because I think that that's really fun. And then I've got an adventure arc that is the adventure that we're going to be exploring tomorrow. So, yeah, why not? And so I did this for the world, and because it works so well. It's a great game too. Don't get me wrong. I really like the game. Not quite my thing because it kind of diminishes, in my opinion, magic items and stuff like that. I love this axe. Isn't that a great axe? I really like this character sheet. I've got to do a character sheet up like this. I think it's just awesome. All right, and I need to incorporate my ocean in it because I really like that. Okay, so she has a family heirloom, but I don't know how to spell that. So she has a family necklace. I really am a bad speller. It's embarrassing, but I can't help it. Family necklace handed. Thank God for computers. Family necklace handed down to her by mother. Okay, so that's that. Oh, and her description, very important. Very important. She is an orphan. So, and never knew her parents. Never knew her parents. All right. And then for the rest of it, I would normally have to roll up. Oh, there's one more thing I have to do. Just a second. In a second here. I've got a wireless mic now, so hopefully I can just keep talking and you'll be able to hear me. But, yeah, there's one more thing I do. So, this I got off of, is on my Drive-Thru RPG, which you can find on Drive-Thru RPG. And what I like to do is just roll this. It's a D60. I do actually have a D60, a 60-sided die. Yeah, here it is. So I can roll it, and so I let every character start out with a boon, and she's going to be hopefully, if the players like her, which she's got 18 charisma, right? I'm gonna have to find a picture of like a super hottie and say, yeah, this is what she looks like. Game group's a bit of a sausage party, so it should work. Hopefully, though. I don't know, it's kind of funny. I will absolutely die laughing if Slynn successfully integrates into a third campaign. This may even be her fourth. I'm not sure. I've resurrected her for different campaigns. Just because she was such a hit in the first one, I didn't understand why everybody liked her so much. But, oh my God. A 2? Are you kidding me? If your group is surprised, you get another check to see if you were. You then get to do an initiative as a third. Oh, no. Okay, that's for a different set of rules. All right, I'm going to re-roll because that's not going to work with what I'm doing because the whole party, 30, everybody rolls themselves. So I rolled a 30 there. I'll have to rewrite these and make them specifically for good sleeper. Oh my God, she only needs 4 hours sleep a day. Okay. Period. She only needs hours sleep per day. All right, did I get that? Oh, unless recover hit points. All right, I know that's like my chicken scratch, but I'll know what that is. Yeah, okay, so she only needs 4 hours sleep a day unless she's trying to recover hit points. Then she needs regular 8 hours or however many hours it says in the rules. But I know it's more than 4. I usually let people get away with 5 because, you know, goddamn, I'm lucky if I get 5 a night. So, and I'm not, I can recover hit points. Okay, well, that's it. That's the end of this video. Just a quick one. I just thought I'd roll this up. She's going to be in the game tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.